we are at Delusion with Angel.
No spoilers, but this is the most fucking scared that I have been at any haunt by far. I will say that I was maybe some bondage involved in an attic where I was alone and turned on / crying. I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah. Good times.
Thank you. Good times. Welcome to Convo Fango. Today we are joined by the creator of Delusion. He also has a very long title. Bear with me for a second. The director of Immersive Entertainment at 13th Floor Entertainment Group, John Braver. Yay.
You got it.
Hey.
And the interview's over.
And that's it. And that took us 30 minutes. That's all the time we've got.
Much.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you. It's been a joy, and shout out to I don't know who. All right.
All right. Tell us about Delusion and what is it?
Well, Delusion is an incredibly unique experience. It is basically a passion project of mine, born out of my love of old role-playing games brought into the real life. It's at its core, it's a theater piece. It's a moving play where we take over old mansions or an old church, very interesting, unique venues, and I write a story that exists within that venue, and you are a part of it. Hence our motto: "Play your part." We don't take that lightly. You are in it, and so it's usually about an hour-long moving play, and you have to do certain actions to move the story forward, and say certain things to actors, respond, in kind, and it's basically a big-ass live adventure game, like in the horror realm for this year, for sure. Most of our shows have been in the horror world, so it's interactive theater, moving play, lots of different ways to describe it, but it's like nothing else in the world, that's for sure.
I can attest to everything that you just said. I went for a little visit a couple weekends ago, and this is the most fucking scared I've been in a very long time.
That's saying a lot from the horror girl problems.
It is, and I love haunts, and I love to be scared, but it's like I have a good time when I go, but this I was like, I had dread and like terror like inside of me. Like there are parts where I like froze and they literally had to like push me, and I'm like, no, like I don't think I'm supposed to do it, and they're like, Angel, go, and I'm like, please don't make me do this.
Well, you're welcome.
Thank you for that. Yeah, you got the blood pumping, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think you had a moment, you had a nice little bondage moment.
I definitely did. Yeah, it was a good time. It's been a while, so that was fun.
No, nothing like that to get the blood flowing again.
I don't want to say any spoilers, but there was a bondage moment. I got to be like a key player. Like in the beginning, I was like the chosen one to do a certain task, so that was really fun. But it really does feel like I felt like I was in a video game, like crawling around and like, don't let the light touch you, and like crawling underneath like the window. It's just really fun. Yeah,
and I played a lot of games before I wrote this one, and I got very inspired by games such as like Little Nightmares. If you see that, it's a great game. And then those kind of interesting, weird, little quirky, eclectic horror games. So yeah, that was a direct result of that.
Nailed it. Yeah, that was really well. That's like a dream, when you're a kid and you play video games and you're like, I wish I could like live this, and then you're like, okay guys, here you go, you can live this video game.
That's right.
Making dreams come true, John.
Put me on a billboard. One trauma at a time.
But it was just
with an asterisk that says like, bondage included at the bottom.
I didn't have to pay extra for that, which was nice.
That's right.
Usually there's a surcharge.
Yeah. And you leave like filled with shame. No, I'm just kidding.
Right, exactly. And this is like an all-inclusive package,
Yeah. There you go. That's how I should describe it. All-inclusive.
There you go. Bam. You're welcome. I'll bill you. I'll send you my invoice after this.
Yeah. And we're done. Okay.
And goodbye. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this season's story?
No. I mean, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Delusion, this is our 7th iteration of it. It all exists within this larger universe been creating in the live space. And we're developing it into other mediums like, film and VR and books and stuff like that. So this one is sort of very loosely connected in some way. So all of them are standalone plays, but this one centers around this character, Esther Phillips, and she lives in this house with one other resident, and as well as one other living resident, as well as countless dead ones. We'll say she lives in this old house, surrounded by the modern world around her, and she's a sort of an eclectic sort, where she's collected these artifacts that house the souls of people who just won't let go of this world. So she sees herself as sort of a caretaker of these pieces, and she's come across her latest acquisition, which would be a big spoiler if I said it, but it's this larger artifact acquisition that is very tied to her past, and she won't get near it. She's too fearful of it and what happened in it, and so she decides to throw a party, and you are the guests, and you fellow lovers of the occult. So you get to explore her mansion, learn a little bit more about her backstory, and then you get swept into the narrative play, where she needs you to confront this acquisition to this artifact and help her do what she can't do, which is sort of collect souls throughout this experience, collect souls that she has had contact with in the past. And so you're doing her bidding for her, you could say. But there's a lot of big reveals to it, and a lot of moments where, there's so much depth to the story that we've already had through the season. We've had people coming 2, 3, 4 times, and they get something different out of it every time, because there are branching narratives, just like a video game. You will be taken away, like Angel was, and safely thrust into a side quest to be rejoined into your group later. Helps with like replayability and that campfire moment at the end of the play, where you come together and talk about, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? You start doing all that kind of stuff. So that's the basic premise of the story, called Reaper's Remorse. And that's basically it.
Ta-da. All right. I really love the groups are small enough to where there's like something for everyone. Like I said, I was taken away. I did have like an important role to play in the beginning. I was like in charge of something specific. But like everybody like in the group had like a task at a certain point that they had to do in order to move the story forward. So it's not like you go and you're just kind of like chilling there while things happen. Like you're very much, every single member of the group is involved in moving the story forward and getting your group to the next point. It's very interactive, and the actors engage with you a ton.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
And the group, you mentioned the group thing, because that's really, it's such an organic thing, like this type of theater where you hope you get a good group. Most of the people who are paying for this play, they respect it and they get into it. And so if you have a good group, that makes the experience like so much better. If you have some talkative, annoying, drunk people, then it's like, fuck. But
oh no, that was me. That's who I was of the group. Just kidding.
Oh, we didn't kick you out?
You did. I actually did. Remember I said I was very important in the beginning? I only experienced the first 5 minutes.
Oh, that was it? I remember the bondage thing was 3/4 in. So anyway. But yeah, no, it's an incredible, experience. Like to bring, that's the whole mission statement of Delusion, and is to bring people together, especially after the pandemic, is like bringing us together into a live space, to a live experience that will linger in our minds and our souls for forever. And we have people that are talking about the show from 2011, 2012. We have people that have met at the shows and, have since had children, and they bring their babies to show off, or they've had a scar that they got at the show years ago. They're like, oh, check this out. But we've had, the response this year has been wonderful. And, one in particular response has really summed it up for me, that just almost brought me to tears. No, it actually did bring me to tears. It was like a woman who brought her 13-year-old son and their friends. She said that she was overjoyed with this experience, and said that the boys came out and said this is the greatest day of their lives. And that, she put that in quotes, and she said, thank you so much for the artistry and for all the work you put into this, and for mostly giving pandemic weary kids hope and joy again. When I read that, that's when I was like, okay, this is worthwhile. This is something special. And I always go back to that when I'm in a darker place. I look at that like, okay, this is the reason why we do this. So it's working.
I love that. And you know what? I'm not a child, but I feel like I'm pandemic weary kid, like getting to hang out with a
Me too.
group and do like these tasks and quests. And I was like, this is awesome. And everyone's like, gets really hyped, you know, because you're all like, your adrenaline is pumping and you're doing like very weird shit that you don't get to do in the normal day to day for the average person. But you're like connecting with strangers and being like, that was fucking cool. Like, it's just, it's nice.
That's it.
Yes.
Doing things that you don't normally get to do.
Yeah, with other humans. And I was like, that's weird. I've just been talking to my dogs for a year. So that's crazy. They're really bad at side quests too. So
that's awesome. Well, now you're just talking to dolls. Like we have a weird doll in the show too. So
yeah, I did not want to talk to it. I was like not looking in the eyes. I took that very seriously. I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but I was like, I don't want my soul to get sucked out or whatever. So I was like absolutely refusing to make eye contact.
Averting your eyes. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Well, you have to come again and then not avert your eyes. And you should come to another time.
You didn't get my soul last time. Maybe the second time.
We'll get you this time.
Just like luring me back multiple times.
That's right. Get you back sometime. And that's the thing. It's like horror. This is Fangoria, so it's like horror. It's all about horror, and what brings people together more than horror? Like nothing. You're going through an experience like this, and it's terrifying. But everybody here is looking for horror. But I will also say that like the type of style of the show, and that my style of productions are more in the fantastical realm. Yes, horror, but more otherworldly and fantastical and adventurous, and that's kind of more like Pan's Labyrinth, or mixed with The Omen and Amityville Horror and The Shine. It's a whole mix of things, but I like to bring in like practical creature effects as well too into the show, and but it's at the end of the day, it's an ungodly amount of fun. That's what. Yeah,
I like that. Real quick, let's talk about the space. So you find the space first and then write the story around that. Is that right?
I have a book of stories, like short stories, and then I will find certain places and then see if they fit. This story for this year was not in that book. It was this space was brought to me by a location manager I know that I hired a couple of years ago. He found it way out in Pomona, and I thought that was too far. The place was incredible. Like if you drive, you see it. It's just this Second Empire, 140-year-old mansion that's surrounded by industry. With a haunting train that goes by 3 to 4 times an hour behind it. It's pretty cool, but I was just like, it's kind of far for me. And but then everybody I talked to since then for 2 years until the beginning of this year when we started, was like, no, man, if people make the drive, they'll make the drive, they'll do it. That place is incredible, and I was convinced, and I was like, let's do it. So I went back out there and I started getting a feel for the space again, and I met the owner and I learned, that this is sort of a museum. The place is already a museum. So it already had like little artifacts here or there. And then the story started coming to me about like, oh, what if there are souls within the artifact? And then, what if this woman, Esther Phillips, or Esther Blake is her real name, but Esther Phillips is the wife of this guy, Louis Phillips, who was the richest man in LA at one point. And very little is known about her. And so I wanted to give her some story. And that's kind of like a theme with Delusion. Actually, most of the Delusions are like female protagonists, like that. There's it's just very, very strange and again eclectic female protagonists in these that suck you into this world, and it's kind of cool. Like that we're keeping that tradition alive, and that Esther is given some, despite the fact that it's like a terrifying backstory. At least we're giving her a story.
Right. Yeah. Agreed. And you know what? I'm glad that you listened, and it was definitely worth the drive because it's such a cool space, and it feels like, I don't know, there's so many rules and restrictions on everything, wherever you go, what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. So crawling around this like actual old fucking mansion, and I just feel like I'm getting away with shit that I'm not like supposed to be doing. Kind of, it doesn't feel sterile, it feels very organic, and like that little hint of like are you allowed to be doing this, but you're doing it anyway, and it's that kind of adds another edge to it.
Oh yeah, that's so cool. I'm glad you had that experience. Yeah, that's what we're trying to get, make you feel like a kid again.
That's what I say, it makes you feel like I felt like I was like 12 years old, like doing something, like getting into like some mischief and being like, oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to be crawling around and like behind this mansion, but I'm doing it and that's fun. So
It's a beautiful thing. We need more of that.
Yes, please. Can you just do like year round, like
It's funny you say that. Like, yeah, everybody talks about it. Just do a year-round thing. It's like I've found after doing the 7 years, it's like there's that magic season, and then that's it. And then we just all get serious. But I have other plans. I have plans for other shows. I'm writing 4 other shows right now. So
that's all, just 4?
Yeah. All right, 5. I just added 1. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, John, you're slacking. Come on, man. All right, 5. Okay. All right.
Yeah. But I think this Horror Girl Problems thing is like a great title for a movie. Horror Girl Problems. Right. That might stick in my head.
You feeling inspired?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if that light bulb behind you just lit up when I said that, that would be impressive. Like, say that again. Are you feeling inspired?
Are you feeling inspired?
Well.
Oh.
Yes, I am. Wow, that was cool. How did that happen?
That's nice. Magic. Movie magic.
That's right. But is this going to be a video or is it going to be like audio?
Yeah, video.
Okay, I didn't know if it was just audio. Like, okay. People are seeing me. Fuck.
People are seeing you. Oh God, are you gonna make me put like an emoji over your face or something?
Shit. Yeah, can you do that? Or put hair. Just give me some hair because I only got hair here. So
oh, we'll take my hair and put it on you.
If you can do that, do it. You have fucking sick hair. It's so awesome.
Thank you.
Love it. Love it.
I grew it myself, so I appreciate that. Thanks.
Well done.
Thank you.
I'm just picturing going, come on, grow.
As it just.
That's what I try to do with my hair. It never works. I'm like, fucking grow. Come on, just one. Put like chia pet on top.
I won't tell you my secrets on video, but I'll message you after this and tell you like the secrets to it. The shit that I have to spread on my head for this.
I'm in.
Right. Is there anything else you would like to share with us about Delusion?
Well, we're October's here. It's almost over. We've it's pretty much sold out at this point. But November, we have some tickets that we've released for November. So there's still availability there. I would definitely grab one because you never know when these experiences might come around again. Again, it's very unique. If you want to feel like a kid again, then you should do it. So I would say just go to enterdelusion.com and grab what you can. Again, there's drinks, there's food out there, so you can make a night of it. The open world, something that I don't really touch upon too much, but that opening, the open exploratory aspect of the show and in the mansion is fun too. And if you were able to go in the VIP, then you might be able to meet another character within the story that helps add layers and depth to it as well too. So there's a lot to offer over there. Definitely make a night of it. And if you see me, buy me a drink. I mean, I'll buy you a drink. We'll play games or like we did. We'll do the card tricks like we did last time.
Do the card. Oh yeah, this guy's really good at card tricks, by the way. Just putting that out there. So if you see him, you got one. All you need is one. One trick pony. There you go. That's all you need.
That's right. Drop the cards like the mic and just walk away.
Yeah, exactly. You just don't stick around long enough for them to ask for a second. You wow them with one and you're like, and that's my time. Good night.
Yeah, I need those ninja balls. You just like throw it down and just back off like Homer Simpson in a bush.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas, man.
You can get ninja hair and ninja balls. Okay.
Yes. That's a good band name. Like if we had a band, that's what we would be.
Ninja balls. I think just ninja balls, like not hair and
just ninja balls. Hair and ninja.
Or like hair.
That's after the band breaks up. It's just ninja balls.
Just ninja balls. That's right.
Solo project.
Oh, we lost hair like years ago. Yeah. Hair. The truth is, hair was such a dick. He's just. Yeah.
Why do I have to be the dick in this scenario? Come on.
He's dragging us down.
Oh man. All right, everyone go check out Delusion. It's amazing. I'm telling you, like, I cannot give you guys spoilers, but I cannot like stress this enough. Like, go fucking do this if you're able to, because this is very high on my list of experiences, like not just for this season, but like across the board, like any haunt that I've ever done in my life. It's like very high up there. So thank you for that.
Thank you. It's just good. I love that. Go fucking do it. We'll just put that at the bottom of the
fucking do it. And then it's just me giving thumbs up.
Yeah, that's right.
Ooh, also spiced pumpkin latte I had while I was there, and that was delicious.
Oh God, that sounds really good right now.
Yeah. What time is it? Time for a spiced pumpkin latte.
Always. I have one every day. Honestly, every day.
Absolutely. Yeah. Keeps the creative juices flowing.
It does. It absolutely does. Thank God.
Okay. Thank you so much. Everyone go enter Delusion.